blunt, now I'm activated, cold Fiji water. Now I'm hydrated, couple of your filmies on tuck. Get it activated, pull up at the spot and pop up like it's automated. People like you really coming up. Guess I'm underrated, passing through, throwing up the 100. Baby,
what's up, man? This is C Lee for the People, and I'm here at the Fairfield I Love U store in Fairfield, California with Bijan and Don Bailey, the legendary producer. So today we're just gonna have an in-depth conversation because I really want to get the story. I want to know about the music. I want to know about life. I want to get educated about Fairfield, and hopefully, we can communicate this good to y'all. So, before we even get into a conversation, like, who are you? For those who don't know.
I'm an artist, producer, entrepreneur, a human being at first, I guess, and someone serious about Fairfield. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And how do you guys know each other?
We kind of just met through Instagram. And then,
Hell yeah.
I mean, he was like, oh, you from Fairfield, loop-de-loop, so we kind of just put it together that way, but. Yeah.
I seen him working, basically. I seen him working. And anybody I see working in Fairfield, I'm on. Feel me?
Yeah, we got to get right into that. I checked out the music. I did my research on you. Fairfield comes up a lot. Educate us about Fairfield. Like, if somebody is not from the Bay Area, what is Fairfield to you?
Fairfield is a blend of Sacramento and San Francisco. So I say that to say,
In a nutshell.
In a nutshell, basically you get that flair from Sacramento and you get that game from the Bay. So it's smack dab in the middle of them two cities, and you essentially got to come through Fairfield to get to Sac, and you got to go through Fairfield to get to the city from Sac. So, like Mac Dre traveling to Sacramento. Mac Dre was very fluent in Fairfield. It's very frequent in Fairfield, I should say. Pull up, see him on, Auto Parts right there on North Texas, you know what I'm saying? With the range, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people be in Fairfield, a lot of history in terms of Bay Area music be in Fairfield, like the AWOL vans used to ride through Fairfield. You know what I'm saying? A lot of saws, people be out here. And it's a lot of history. A lot of people came from here. So
like who? Because a lot of people don't know, a lot of people know about the hyphy movement, but they don't know Fairfield's influence in the hyphy movement. Educate them about Fairfield's influence in the hyphy movement.
So I think most importantly, and I can probably, Dom, you can attest, when you think of the sound of hyphy in terms of the region, I think of Rick Rock beats, right? Mm-hmm. For the most part, right? Mm-hmm. Rick Rock is kind of that synonymous sound with hyphy, and Rick Rock is from this area, from this soil, Suisun to be exact. So that's the king of slaps. You don't call he don't get crowned the king of slaps if it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? If he wasn't. So the hyphy movement. Then we go to the Federation, right? You can't mention the hyphy movement without saying the word hyphy. And who has the biggest hyphy song, at least to the world, right, is the Federation. And not taking the word, we didn't coin the word or anything like that. Fairfield did not coin hyphy or anything like that. We just expressed what we was feeling at the time. I assume that was the reflection. But Fairfield is a lot of history to be told, and I ain't the one to speak for all of Fairfield, but I'm the one to speak to the people that are in Fairfield and talk about it like a journalist, you know what I'm saying? Broadcast it.
Absolutely. So I want to stay right there on the music because you're an artist.
I am.
And you talked about the hyphy sound. Does the hyphy sound play a part in your music, or did you kind of take a different approach when you create?
I think hyphy is in us, regardless. So when we create, we come from a hyphy mentality. In terms of it's energy, right? It's all gonna be energy. In terms of the BPMs, it could go up and down. It can go, around. I'm a musician at heart, and a producer at heart too. So I wouldn't say it lives in every single time I produce because it might be a little slow, but at least the energy I'm putting into it is hyphy influence, right? But we get all different types of feels. It ain't just hyphy music. When you put the music on, got a little bit of that mob sound. I think everybody's You see, we turned up over here. You see, it go down over here in Fairfield. There's no holds bars.
I was trying to be right past that, but
Nah.
you did.
But you safe. You good over here. You ain't got to worry about it. We good. But, bro got a hammer? Oh, this is serious. Okay, we in here. But, nah, the music is all over the place, right? And Dom, I mean, I think that's one of the reasons why me and Dom work well together is because he got all different types of sounds, but you can see a little bit of hyphy in here, you see a little bit of hyphy in that, but he got some real instrumentation into it too. I think including some of that hyphy vibration with musicality, with different feels, with some of that LA bounce, you know what I'm saying? Just Cali in general.
Absolutely.
Just Cali in general, right?
So how long you been doing music?
Man, probably 20 plus years, honestly. 20 plus years.
Did you start with the producing or the rap?
Producing first and foremost in high school. My bro EP rapped on a beat, and I was just on Fruity Loops. And everybody know Fruity Loops, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm on.
Everybody started. Was that your first entry point to it?
Nah, it was Logic.
Logic. See, he was Logic. I'm more of a Fruity Loops. See, I don't think Logic was even out by then, but
that's producer talk. If y'all don't
yeah, we might get.
People don't know that, but that's producer talk.
We might get a little nerdish, but nah, Fruity Loops I think set the foundation for a lot of the birth of my music experience, and yeah, it's been 20 years. Producing started, then I'm like, okay, I got these beats, I got to write, and then essentially that was it, and then it's in tandem.
When did you finally get that song? Like, because with every producer, they always get a song that really gets them going. What was the song that got you your production career going? Like, you know what, I really want to take this serious and pursue this. Because some people play around with it, then some people take it serious as a career. What was that song that got you going?
Man, I think when I first heard Keek the Sneak kind of rap over my beats, the song ain't never came out, but I had sampled the Sanford & Son. It was because of clearance. And Dame Fame fucked with the song. Dame Fame messed with the song hella tough. And when I heard Keek on it, like, okay, this is like Keek at the prime, and I'm like, Keek really raps, so this serious. And then when you start getting a little money from it, you know what I'm saying? That's when you start, it be serious. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, that's my kind of first production. I don't know.
What was yours, Dom? What was your first song that really got you going, like, you know what, it's time to take production serious?
I wouldn't really say that there was a song. It was kind of just a time where I just like fell in love with that shit, so I knew I could do it just from basically just because I liked it so much. But shit, probably recently, damn near, I just dropped a song with Wiz, and that shit came out back in October. And then after that, I'm like, all right, I can kind of just do anything I feel like.
That's dope. That's dope. So I want to ask both of y'all this, and I'm going to ask you first, because I want to stay on the music. In your opinion, is there a difference between a producer and a beat maker?
Oh, for sure. Definitely. Some of these dudes just be finding little loops and samples from online, and they don't even know how to make music like with their own hands, for real. So there's a difference between like just putting stuff together and actually being in the room with the artist, like giving them tips and pointers, like, because you know it sounds good as a producer, but some artists might be like tone deaf, or they might have like a different opinion on whatever. So it's kind of important to really know what you're doing musically. So.
Absolutely. What's your thoughts on it?
I think I echo what he's saying. Like, you got to be inside the music, you know what I'm saying? Some beat makers might not be so inside the music. And I think this is for artists too. I encourage all artists to be artist producers. It's a lot of people that are artists now that you see in the face that you don't recognize as a producer too, like a Travis Scott. Travis Scott's a producer, right? Who can I name? Travis Scott, Kanye West. Who else? I think Nip. I was just watching the documentary. Nip used to produce. You can go down the list. There's so many artists / producers, and that gets you inside the music. It gets you to tweak your voice. You can treat it like an instrument. Just understanding the foundation of how it's made. Oh, I want it to sound like this. I want it to sound like that. I want it to sound like this. But you can literally dissect a song, or you can build a song, right? Yeah. And I say this, and I don't know if it's true. Dom, you can back me up. I feel like a producer can rap over their beats the best. or they know how to rap over their beats the best. So if you're an artist producer and you produce, you essentially know how to rap over your beat because you know the pockets. Excuse me.
If you got a pen.
If you got a pen game. Hold on.
You got a pen. You talked about Nip. I wanna talk about this. For those who don't know, you kind of got a Nip spirit. I've seen you do freestyles in here, give people that opportunity. You got your clothing brand, you got your music, you got your production, you got a bachelor's degree. Where does that come from? Because I know just from experience, when somebody got so much going on, that come from somewhere. Where does that come from?
I got a lot going on. You just put it different. Doing a million things. That's shout out, bro. Man, I say that, I think that's being a well-rounded individual. And I started when you asked me what I was as a human being, as being a well-rounded individual. And that could be by default or God's plans, because it wasn't all planned out that way, right? It wasn't like I'm gonna go to school and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna open it, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. At some point it was like that, but it don't stop. Like life don't stop. So I realized when it's low, it could be really low. So at any point you could lose everything. So if you working constantly, you have less opportunity to be at a low point, right?
That's true.
When you planting so many seeds, some fruit got to pop up at all them seeds that you plant. So it don't stop. And I apologize to the people that I'm around or the people that I take away from. And I don't have any children, not yet. So it's not like I'm taking away from anybody, but I'm 24 hours with this, you know? Work, school, journalism, entrepreneurship. I did it all. And that's, I think, kind of what Nip said. He's like, I touched every facet of this thing. I touched every facet of it. The game, like even behind the scenes. And I ain't gonna get to all like that, but I still am in the music industry. You know what I'm saying? I still put it together. I still put it together on every level.
Let's talk about fear real quick. Do you have a fear of like failure?
Oh man. I got it tatted on my stomach, fear no evil. I think failure is evil because you never fail, right? You always learn through a failure. So it's not even a failure, you always learn through an experience. So it's not technically a failure, you stamp it on a failure. But I think fear, there's some things that I've tackled that I've thought I wasn't ready for. But I realized that once you take that step out of fearlessness, like that's where the gold is. That's where that step before the growth is.
College. What made you inspired you to go get your degree? Like, what was that?
Oh man. Shout out my Matadors too, C-Son. Because
in this game, not a lot of people go get that bachelor's degree.
You don't. Especially not now. And some people you realize do have a bachelor's degree when you look back. Some artists, right? And you can see the difference, like a J. Cole.
Yeah, definitely.
You can kind of see where his mentality is, right? So I think schooling was a God's plan. Honestly, before going to school, I tried to go to school before, and I got caught up in something serious. So usually life works, in my case, like that. Something happens, and God intervenes. So God literally placed me out of my situation and into forming, right? And This was in LA. So I got caught up. I remember going to school and college just to get mindset, riding the bus every day, just to get to school, just to figure it out, not knowing where I'm going to other school, going to class, going to different workshops, like just putting it together, just staying busy, just trying to stay focused. And it wasn't necessarily a goal, but once I started it, it was like, okay, I'm gonna put my mind to something and finish it. So I navigated through school and got that journalism transferred and whatnot. And yeah, it was kind of, looking back, it's kind of everything from that point and my success leads from my relationships from school.
That's deep. That's deep. So you're saying college is a great place to go network, meet new people, and network is kind of, you know, it sounds cliche, but network is your net worth.
It absolutely is. It absolutely is. And like all those, and I still tap into the network constantly. Like you see people from CSUN like, oh, the gig that I had at Ski TV was through a plug, or Dash Radio was through a plug from CSUN. Like, I linked up with so many people. I linked up with DJ Charisma at CSUN. I linked up with so many DJs, so many think-aheaders or just go-getters. And in that time, the game was changing. Like, the media game was changing. Everything was switching to social media. Everything was getting trolled by social media. Marketing, everything is switched. So a lot of the people that are in power positions now, I know from there.